Hello? Hello, test, test, test. Okay. um, I want some, I want to have some music in the background, like very quiet music so that like it's never really, um, like dead silent on the stream. There's always some audio going on. That's what I want to do. I don't know any good like actually royalty free music, because like on YouTube, if I search royalty free music, there's music that's royalty free, but then if I use their music later on, they can decide that it's not royalty free anymore, and then I can get in trouble, or at least I would have to remove the music. And I don't know if it's I don't know if removing the music works very well. Like if it's like they're trying to remove the music from my video, I don't know if that's going to remove my audio as well, like me speaking. So I don't know about that, but I'm going to take that risk. Okay. I decided to have the webcam on from now on throughout like all my streams. Before it was just like I didn't have the webcam on, so I was just talking to myself basically. At least like having a microphone or a camera here, now I can. Now it feels more like I'm talking to somebody instead of talking to myself. So I think I'm more comfortable like this. Yeah, I've been working on a lot of my stuff. So let me pull it up. Like if you go into my YouTube channel, you're gonna see like my banner, my profile picture, like everything's changed. I'm trying to create like a consistent brand with the orange color and the like the dark red background. And then I created, so I have an itch.io page. I changed my itch.io page to reflect the brand as well. I think it looks pretty cool. I don't know. Before it was just like a white background basic page. It didn't have a banner. The text was like basic. All my projects for some reason were like on the side, and I changed it so they're like centered now. The colors match and everything. I think it looks pretty good. And it didn't take me too long to get it to look like this. It was pretty quick. I'm working on my portfolio website. I'm using HTML, CSS, Astro, JavaScript, TypeScript. And I'm creating collections. So instead of like creating static pages for each of my projects, I'm creating Astro collections, which are basically markdown files that have metadata on them. So I can say, hey, I have project You're Not My Cat, I have birding, I have deflect ball and slice and dice. And then I can create markdown files for that, and then it would render each of those projects on the page without me having to write HTML code. I would write everything in Markdown and not HTML, and then it would render the Markdown into HTML, and it would create a page. That's my portfolio page. It's not online yet, so, and I'm not going to show it here yet. But later on, if I finish it, I might show it on stream. What else? Been working on my Twitch channel as well. Show it here yet, I worked a lot on my OBS so that the stream is like smooth. But my Twitch channel is looking better. I added all of my links here. They're all working now. I created a link tree. I'll look at it in a second. I created these buttons. I think they look pretty cool. I don't like why Twitch, I don't understand why Twitch has, they just couldn't like make this panels parts better. Because like, what is this gap in the middle? I don't know. I really hate looking at this gap. I wish they were like closer to each other. But yeah, that's my Twitch account. We go to Linktree. The theme is consistent. It's dark red background and orange highlights. I'm really liking this color scheme, this color palette. Before it was purple something. All the way back, like when I first created my YouTube channel making Unreal Engine videos, I had a whale as a mascot because I had to like figure out a channel name and I didn't know what to put. So I created a whale for some reason, and I had this disgusting blue and orange color palette, and looking back at it, like it looks very ugly. But I've come a long way. The channel's had many like different versions. I've always been working on it on and off, trying to create like a brand because I didn't like the first brand. Then I changed it to my personal, like my government name, and then I wasn't too comfortable with that, so I changed it again, and I changed it again. I changed it a few times, and now I stuck with Haft Indie. Haft is my like gaming username. Indie for indie game dev, whatever. So I just like slapped this as my username, and I think it's pretty unique. I think it looks cool. I don't know. It abbreviates to high, so I think it's a good name. I think I'm gonna stick to this, and like I've worked on it a lot. I've already committed to it anyways, so it's gonna be Haft Indie. But yeah, I have a YouTube channel. I have Twitch. I have Twitter. I don't really, or X. I don't really post much, but later on, as there's actually things for me to post, like about my game and some visuals, then I'm gonna start posting on X. And then I have a Discord server, which, if you're going to click on any of these links, click on the Discord server and join the Discord server. The Discord server is, I want to use it basically as a hub. I want all of my community to be on the Discord server and not like some of them on YouTube, some of them on Twitch, some of them on Twitter. I want everyone to be on Discord. I should probably bring Discord all the way up here, but yeah, if you want to follow me, your best option is Discord. I'm going to be active there pretty much 24/7. If you want to talk to me, if you want to engage, if you want to, if you have any business stuff, if you just want to talk, if you want to learn more about my projects, you can do it easily on Discord. You can talk directly to me. Yeah, I've been also working a lot on my project. For now, I'm calling it Conjurance. Oop, my browser crashed. I don't know why my browser crashes. But I've been working a lot on my game. I think the idea is coming along pretty well. I think the game is coming along. There are no visuals yet. There are pretty much no gameplay yet. But I'm working on a gameplay framework similar to Unreal Engine's. So Unreal Engine has a gameplay framework which gives you game modes, which gives you player characters, player controllers. Godot doesn't have any of those. Godot is more like a freeform engine, and it doesn't have it doesn't force you to use one solution. I'm creating basically a plugin or a framework that is still pretty like open-ended. It's not going to force you too much to use certain stuff, but it still is going to define a path for you to follow to create a game like easily. And let me open up Godot. Oh yeah, OBS. I created like a what's it called, a face cam frame. It looks good. I might change it later on. I don't know about the transparent text. I kind of like it. Created like a chatting scene. This is going to change as well. That was an away scene. I didn't have my microphone. Actually, my microphone doesn't work on the away scene. But yeah. Did a lot of stuff on OBS. I set up an auto scene switcher. If I'm gaming and it doesn't see it, that there are like it sees that the screen is black and there's no game running in the gaming scene, then it automatically switches me to my chatting scene so that you're not looking at a black screen all the time. Yeah, that's my OBS. So in Godot, what I've been working on was not the flow field, the gameplay framework. So I'm creating, again, the Unreal Engine gameplay framework, pretty similar structure to that, but I'm trying to make it more freeform, more out of your way. Like, it's a tool to assist you. I want it to be transparent. I don't want it to be you have to use game modes. You have to use player characters. You have to use player controllers. If you have it, you can put whatever logic you want into the plugin I'm writing. If you don't want to use the built-in solutions, you don't need to use them. And the built-in solutions don't force you to do many stuff. Like, for example, an avatar, it literally only has a single boolean in it to check if it's possessed or not. So there's like different avatars in the game world, and you have 5 players playing. Each player can possess one of those avatars. And if an avatar is already possessed, then the other players can't possess it. And possessing just means you get to control that avatar. And it's just a single boolean. There's no other logic to it. You just inherit from avatar, or you inherit your character from avatar. Then you add your like character control, what's it called? Your character like body, whatever. And then you write your own code. So it's like out of your array. How Unreal Engine has it is Unreal Engine has a player character class, which implements a bunch of moving functions, networking functions. Like there's a built-in jump function. Godot doesn't have a jump function, or my framework doesn't have a jump function. And if you want to like create custom solutions in Unreal Engine's, or with Unreal Engine's framework, first of all, you need to have, if you want to create a good solution, you need to have the source code version of Unreal Engine, not the binary one you find on Epic Games. You need to write a lot of code just to get like the collisions and everything to work. And that by itself like is very hard. And Unreal Engine makes it hard to customize. Or not hard, because you still need the source code version of Unreal Engine. But it's not necessarily hard, it's just not intuitive, I guess. Because they provide you like a custom movement mode where you write your own code and the character starts moving using the code you wrote. But it's still using the same Unreal Engine code, and you have to be very familiar with all of the code they write to understand what's going on. So it's a tool you have to learn. Whereas here, it's all up to you. You can learn as much as you need. You can write as little as you want. And there's no like, what's it called? There's no redundant features. Like if your character is not going to jump, then there doesn't need to be a jump height variable, a jump power variable. Unreal Engine's player character class has all of those variables in it. So yeah, basically I've been just working on a gameplay framework. Last night I kind of started switching to actually creating the game logic using the gameplay framework. So I'm not, I have like a flow field, like AI pathfinding script in the process. I'm making it, but it's not done. What I'm working on right now is just like the gameplay, like, okay, how does my game switch from the main menu to the game, to the actual game? How does, when the actual game starts, I'm calling it skirmishes. So like, this is like the skirmish game mode. I'm calling my game modes rulebooks because they define how the game is played. They define how much, like they hold your stats, or each player's stats. They define what's actually on the player field. And they're basically the referee or the authority or the server for the game. And it keeps track of everything. And let's say you kill the enemy sentinel. Where is it? You kill the enemy sentinel, which is the goal of the game. The script detects it and it says, okay, the game is over, you won. And from this script, it contacts the schematic. Schematic? I don't know, schematic. Contacts this script, and this script says, okay, let's switch scenes back to the main menu. Yeah, that's this is what I did last. I'm defining the game rules. So very quickly, let me actually tell you what the game is. Like I said before, I'm calling the game Conjurance for now. The name might change, but it comes from like conjuring, and the idea is that you conjure units onto the battlefield, and they go and fight. And it's basically a mix of teamfight tactics, the Dota auto battler, Clash Royale, and Warcraft Rumble, where it's not so like in TFT you place your units or your cards or whatever, your characters on the board, and they're kind of like static almost. They just like sit where they are and they just like hit each other. They do abilities and stuff. It's like TFT because the goal is more focused towards fighting. And like in Clash Royale, the goal is to destroy the enemy tower. Here the goal is to destroy the enemy sentinel. You might say, well, that's just a tower. That's like a fancy tower. The sentinel is, sure, it's a tower. Like it's the goal that you have to like destroy. But at the same time, the sentinel is a unit. It's like a very heavy, basically a tank unit. And it can fight back. If you get close to it, it's gonna fight you back. And it's gonna move around the battlefield. It's not like a static thing. That's why it's more like TFT, but it also has that Clash Royale blood in it, that because it has basically a tower in it. So it's like a mash of those two. And this game idea came to me because I downloaded Warcraft Rumble on my phone and I started playing it. At first I liked the idea. I like that it's more intricate. Like Clash Royale is a very like compact game. The design is like very strict. It's, I guess it's determinant. I don't know what to say, but I downloaded Warcraft Rumble and I compared it to Clash Royale. Warcraft Rumble is very intricate. You don't place, for example, you don't place your units on a tile. You can place them a lot more detailed. So you're not confined to a grid. Other than that, Warcraft Rumble, like every map is different. There's like modifiers each time you play. You play against different towers, you play against different minis, like the bosses. There are different types of damage, there's different types of characters, different movement styles, modifiers like stealth. There's like so much stuff going on in Warcraft Rumble, and I like it, but I wish it was less intricate. I wish it was like the game was between Clash Royale and Warcraft Rumble, like right in the middle. It would be a perfect game. That's what I'm trying to do. Trying to create a game where it doesn't feel too random and intricate. It still feels fair, but at the same time, it gives you more options than Clash Royale does. But yeah, the skirmish rulebook, it's literally a rulebook. Like, it defines what the game mode is, what there's going to be in the game mode, where it's going to be played, and all of the other stuff. So if I were to go one by one, yeah, I called the game mode skirmish. Skirmishes are played on a 14x20 flow field. So basically a 14x20 grid. And a flow field is just a pathfinding algorithm for the units. And skirmishes are played between two players or two avatars. Speaking in the gameplay framework terms, that's in the enemy avatar and then your avatar. If you know Clash Royale uses Elixir. I don't know if I'm gonna call it Elixir in my game, but in my code I'm gonna call it Elixir because that's intuitive to me. I've gotten used to calling it Elixir. It makes sense in my head, so I'm just gonna call it Elixir in my code. I might change it. I might change what the players see. I might change what you see, so it might not say Elixir later on, but whatever. So the enemy has Elixir, you have Elixir, and they regenerate. So Elixirs give you the ability to conjure units on the battlefield. So like Clash Royale, if you place Knight on the battlefield, it takes 3 Elixir from you, and that Elixir regenerates per second. I can define how fast Elixir regenerates for each player. And then of course the Sentinels. This is the goal. If you kill the enemy Sentinel, you win. If the enemy Sentinels die at the same time, it's a draw. If your Sentinel gets killed, then you lose. Oh, and then the Sentinel marching interval. So how I said Sentinels aren't static, they keep moving. The idea is that the Sentinels start from the opposite ends of the board and they wait 30 seconds. They don't move for 30 seconds. They can still attack if like enemy units are close to them, they can still attack. But after 30 minutes, they get up and they start walking, and they walk 1 tile and then stop. And by doing that, they basically conquer land. So your playing field gets bigger. So you start from 4 tiles where you can place your units. And when your Sentinel marches forward, that increases by another row. So you get, so it's 14x4 starting, and then it becomes 14x5. And the Sentinels move again, 14x6, 14x7, 14x8. And it goes all the way until they meet in the middle. And if they do meet in the middle, they start attacking each other. They might die at the same time. They might die. One of them might die and the other might live. It's basically a timer, right? They're closing in. When they meet in the middle, whoever dies first loses. If they die at the same time, everyone loses. So it's a draw. But the idea came from timers in Clash Royale, I feel like it's taking away from the game, because there's a timer and it takes knowledge and skill to know, like, okay, in Clash Royale, if the timer hits below, what just happened? Anyways, at the timer, oh, if I'm idle, if I haven't touched my mouse and keyboard for like 3 minutes, it switches to chatting. I should probably change that. Well, I'm chatting here anyways, so whatever. What was I talking about? I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. I totally forgot what I was talking about. So yeah. What time is it? 1:30. I'm gonna stream probably until 4 p.m. I'm gonna do a little bit of game development. I'm gonna code some more. Then I want to play some Valorant. I've played Spectre Divide. Then one day I got on Steam to like launch the game, and it said the playtest was over. It's the saddest moment of my life. Yeah. It's so hard to like get started on coding when I'm talking. And it's funny because I'm talking to myself. I don't know if anyone's watching. There's 2 people. There's somebody in my chat. I can't see. What? Can't see who's in my chat. Anyways. Oh yeah, I have an Obsidian notepad something here. Yeah, I basically created or designed the game on Obsidian. Then I later, after creating the gameplay framework, I started reading from my design and then importing that basically into the skirmish rulebook class or script. I feel like now I should probably go implement like the scene switching feature, and then after that I can go back to creating the flow field, which I've been working on. It's kind of confusing. It's not like a hard algorithm, but it's confusing to implement. So I stopped implementing that and I started working on the gameplay framework because I was like stuck. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to it after I'm done creating the scene switching stuff. Let me make this bigger. Ooh. My camera is not positioned great for coding. So let me move this to the other side. There. Okay. Okay, now I'm looking at the wrong side. Am I? wrong one. Transform. No? It's locked. Okay, transform. Flip horizontal. Okay. Now okay, yeah, I like this. I wonder if my other scenes changed. No, my other scenes changed. Now I'm looking away from chat. Whatever. Okay. Way too big for me. Okay. Yeah, this class started as like very complicated, like tons of functions and stuff, and then I kind of cleaned it. I made it more readable. I removed a lot of stuff. I removed everything that got in the way of the developer. So I had like strict rules of how to use a schematic. I removed all of them. You can just add presences, which basically is a player. You can remove them, and then you can set the rule book, and that's it. That's all this class is for. But now we're going to add a scene switching feature. Should we? Actually, I don't think we even need to create a scene switching feature, because perhaps the developer doesn't want to switch the scene, and it's very easy to just create your own function. Like, it's literally, you just call one function and the scene switches anyways. And everything is virtual. You can just override the function, do your own, write your own code. So yeah. So here in the rule book, we have two events, at least. Let's start from the last event, which is going to be the end game, when the game is finished. Or let's just call it finish game, maybe. Finish game, end game. Let's call it end game. I think that's better. And what's going to happen, it's going to do stuff, and then later on we can get tree, change scene to file, and then we can maybe, I don't know if it's better to use a packed scene or just a file. Changes the running scene to a new instance of the given packed scene, which must be valid. Returns error, okay on success, can't create if the scene cannot be instantiated. Invalid parameter if the scene is invalid. Operations happen in following order when scene tree change scene to packed is called. The current scene node is immediately removed from the tree. From that point, note.getTree called on the current outgoing scene will return null. Okay. Scene tree.current scene will be null too, because the new scene is not available yet. Okay, so you're in a state of limbo. There's no scenes. And at the end of the frame, the formerly current scene already removed from the tree, the formerly current scene, so the previous scene, already removed from the tree will be deleted, freed from the memory, and then the new scene will be instantiated and added to the tree. Note.getTree and scene tree.current scene will be back to working as usual. Okay. How does that compare? GetTree. Change scene to file. Okay, I guess it's the same thing. It literally says change scene to packed, for details on the order of operation. It's literally the same thing, it's just different event. Okay. It's a different way of getting the scene. We can add a rule for that. When skirmishes end, you'll be sent back to the overworld. And then we can do export. Export private. Packed scene. Overworld scene. Then here, after we do stuff, we change scene to overworld. Let's go back to our Godot. Overworld rulebook. Let's build the code. Didn't work. Oh wait. Here. Okay, here we go. So now we can set the overworld scene to overworld.tscn. Okay. Let's try this out. Public. Do I still have that code? I was testing out like changing scenes. I wrote a code that would change the scene when I press enter. I don't know where I wrote it. I don't know if it's still here or not. It might be here. Nope. Nope. I guess I don't have it. Public override. Let's do process. Input dot, or if input dot just pressed, and the button name is, or the input name is UI accept. If it's pressed, then call end game. Okay. Run current scene F6. Okay, when I press enter, it should change the scene. It didn't work, but it's giving us an error. Godot object native call parameter data.tree is null. Void dot endgame object reference not set to an instance of an object. Not set to an instance of an object. How? Packed scene. How does this work then? Do I need to create like a node? Packed scene. I gotta Google this. Godot change scene to packed, not working. From some further testing, it seems that while the engine is not crashing, it's back completely out of the Godot will load resources set to export variables when loading the scene. While Godot is loading a scene, it would attempt to load the scene from the packed scene set in the export variable it has, and so on. these form a dependency cycle, for what I recall, it would lead to the scenes not loading at all. Wrote a lot. Okay. For now, I guess we... I guess we can just use... Or let me get that back. Let's try using change scene to file. And then we can do... conjure scenes overworld.tscn. Okay. And try this. That still doesn't work. Data.tree is null. That gets called in skirmish. Is there a typo? What's going on? Overworld.tscn. Conjure scenes overworld.tscn. Null reference exception. Okay. Do I not have the scene set up correctly? What if I put this on a child node? So skirmish rulebook. And then start. Nope, doesn't work. Clear that. May not clear it. Cleared it. I just want one error. What is this? Oh. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. I don't know why it's doing that. When I'm calling change scene to file, and I don't even need to create. I shouldn't even need to create an instance. Process endgame. System null reference. Does it say what line? Next. Tree. Well, is something wrong with this? Overworld rulebook is this one isn't calling anything. Nothing to do with that. Oh. I don't think you can see my Discord on stream. Nope. But my Twitch alerts are working on my Discord if you want to join it. You'll get notified when I stream, but it's working. That's cool. I got excited. I thought somebody was in my Discord server. Nobody yet. Why is this not working? Skirmish. No script, okay. This one has a script. Conjurance. Is that one doing something that shouldn't be doing? No. This isn't doing anything either. Cool. Let's see. I gotta Google this. Sudo change scene to file null reference. Okay, what? Oh. Okay. All right. Maybe this was conflicting. Okay, this is the code I was talking about. Was that skirmish? Endgame. Let's try using the packed scene again then. Or actually, let's try this first, then we can try that. Skirmish, F6. Press enter and it works. And it doesn't give any errors anymore, which is good. So parent class was also trying to change the scene, and the child class was also trying to change the scene. I guess it messed up that way. Anyways, let's try to change scene to pact. And then overworld scene. We can go back to Godot. Don't need this anymore. Okay. Skirmish. Quick load. Skirmish. Rulebook. Okay. Assign overworld.tscn. Now let's try. Okay, that works. That's good. Cool. Music sounds like the game where you like fly around the planets with the time loop. I forgot what it's called. Sounds like the beginning music of that game. Anyways. I guess I can work on the flow field now. What time is it? It's 2. I'll do like an hour more and then I'm gonna play Valorant. Close this. Now flow fields. What I'm thinking of is one flow field that manages all the goals, that updates if the goal moves a tile, it updates everything. One flow field that manages all the goals, it distributes all of the flow layers, I call them, to whatever unit needs it. I'm thinking of a script like that. But I feel like I'm trying to architect my code a certain way, and it takes a lot of thinking and engineering, where I can just make a flow field, like a basic flow field, and then edit it somehow to get what I need from it, I guess. Microphone's like in my way. I can't see my keyboard. I can't see anything. I have a weird setup. I hope my audio is not too bad. Yeah, I kind of forgot what I was doing here. Got flow layers. Got a cost layer. Okay, I got one cost layer that every single flow layer uses. I'm keeping track of my goals. And then I have a duplicate. Flow field goal. I feel like this is redundant. I should be able to just access, let me try it here. I should be able to access my goals through the dictionary. So I don't know why I'm using this dictionary. Dictionary, generic. Is that causing any problems? List, flow field goal. List and dictionary. Why is this complaining? It's ambiguous because Godot collections. Godot collections, what am I using Godot collections for? Did that fix everything? Was it Control O? I forgot what, like. Okay. Godot.ra. No. Does not exist in Godot. Are you missing something reference? What? Let's go back up here. Godot collections array. What? I'll just, hold on, let me just try this, see if it works. What's it called? Flow layers dot keys dot, what is keys? What is keys? It's a generic. Is it an array? Turns a system dictionary dot key collection containing the keys. What's a key collection? Collections. Can I loop through this? For each flow field goal. I guess I can. Flow field dot flow layers. Field. It's of type field. Okay, I'm thinking that should work, so I don't need a goals, a separate goals variable. So I don't need this anymore. Because, or I do need it. But here, when I'm adding my goal, I also need to create a flow layer and add that as the value. I'm ready. Index to coordinate. Hold on, let me do some. I need to organize this place. It's a messy workplace right now. Yeah, at the bottom, what I like to do is functions or methods that are dependent on some other functions. Like if ready, let's say ready is dependent on build flow layer. Oops. I like to put ready below build flow layer so that like you're reading, okay, this is build flow layer. Now I've learned what build flow layer is, and then I'm reading, going downwards. I'm reading. And now, oh, there's a function called underscore ready, and it's calling build flow layer, and I know what build flow layer is. So it's kind of intuitive, and I think it makes sense. And I like structuring my code that way and ordering my functions that way. Yeah, public, or private, public, index to neighbor indices. Does that need to be public? No. Private. I also like to private everything that does not need to be public, which is, I guess it's like the default object-oriented programming method or ideology, philosophy, methodology, I don't know. Occupy index, okay. This function is to be called by somebody else. And what it does is it takes a cost layer, it sets cost at index, okay. That might need, well, I guess it would need a like free index function. Index to coordinates. Make them all private, and then we can make them back public when we need them. This can go up here. There. Well, if every goal is going to have a flow layer, why don't we just put the flow field or the flow layer in the goal class? It makes sense, but I don't like that idea. I like to have everything managed by one class. if flow layer dot contain the problem. No definition for contains dot contain. What? The best extension method overload contains. Okay, I gotta clean this code up. This has gotten too messy. Do I have any prints here? Just delete this. Delete this. Delete link. Delete generic. Delete collections. Now everything is gonna complain. We already expect that. That's okay. Good. Flow layer. Flow. Okay. This. Change this. And then delete. Rewrite it for some reason. It doesn't understand unless I rewrite it. But this should be Godot. No, it's system collections generic dictionary. What? Okay, I guess it's whatever. If I wanted to use Godot, I would do a Godot dictionary then. I can't type. No? Godot collections dictionary? Okay, yeah. That makes sense. I don't need that though. Dictionary. No, flow layers dot contains key. If it contains, return. If not, flow layers dot add new goal. New flow layer. And what does this take? Integration layer. Build integration layer. And what does that take? It takes a goal index. Private uint index. Get index. Public uint index. Get. And then protected set. So I don't need these two functions anymore. Okay. Now I can get new goal dot index. It didn't like that. What's the problem? Uint to int. Build integration layer takes an int. Let's change that to uint. Goal index uint. I feel like I have not turn int one. Return new int. Like maybe it's like this. Wait, how was this again? Unreachable code. What? How is this unreachable? Return in. Can array be null? Okay, good. Can be null. Does null mean empty array? I mean, obviously there's no array there, but is that how an array represents that it's empty? If it's null, then it's empty. Can I convert from int to uint? Okay, this takes uint, build integration layer. Flow layer. What does flow layer take? Takes an integration layer. and it's a uint. And this returns just an int. Do uint. Yeah, there shouldn't be negatives in an integration layer. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, I remember. I was using int to keep things simple, to not premature optimize it. I don't know what I was thinking, but uint is fine. It should be okay. Okay. Add goal creates or builds an integration layer with the index of the new goal. And then it creates a flow layer from that. The reason I made flow layers or flow layer a class instead of like a struct or whatever, like an array of vectors, is because I want to reference them. I don't want copies, I just want references. I want to have one copy per flow layer. It's going to be accessed by all the unit. Create a new layer and then I said, okay, that makes sense. So this function is done. That should be it. Okay. Public occupy index. Uint index, that works. Cost layer should be layer side is type float to int. Why are you making this a float? Float to int. There. Okay, creating cost layer just creates or initializes the array. And then after that, we have to set. Is that stupid? No. Let's just keep it as is. It's okay. I can optimize it later. And then flow layer just takes an integration layer. The flow layer holds directional data. Okay. Okay, I guess I can implement this now. So private, public, vector to public vector 2. Array. Directions. Directions, then get. You can get the directions. If you want to set it. Private set. Okay, yeah, because we shouldn't need to manually set it because it's going to take the integration layer and then it's going to internally do it, and then you're going to be able to access directions. That makes sense. Integration layer. So first, let's create the integration layer. Should we start from the end or should we start from the beginning? Flow layer, what does that do? It takes a uint, it takes the costs, and goes through it. It finds the best path from each node. How much time do I have left? I have like 40 minutes. Mention occupy index at goal. Build flow layer, what is this? Okay, I don't need this. Does that mean, where was it? Wait, what happened to this one? Cost layer changed. What did I do? Change it to a uint. Meant to uint. There you go. Where was that code? Was it here? Yeah. Create new flow layer. Flow layers add new. Okay. So now I just need to create the integration layer. Then I need to create the flow layer, and that is it. Yeah, so I need the cost layer. Well, my project doesn't have any like terrain. By default, it's all free. I don't need to work on that. The cost layer doesn't do anything special either. Okay, good. So it starts blank, and then when you put down a unit, that unit occupies an index. There's no other like terrain or anything that I need to calculate the cost for. Okay. By index, next coordinate, fill integration layer. Okay. I need to read some flow field stuff to remember how it's done. My cat, I was playing with my cat, he destroyed my hand. There's like scratches everywhere. And even just the idea, like, you might be saying, if it's an empty field, why are you even using pathfinding? The only reason I need pathfinding is one, it's a case where if Well, there's many cases. It's not just one case. There's air. I'm thinking the Sentinel would be 2x2, so it would take 4 blocks. And I don't want the units to get stuck on the Sentinel trying to like trying to get to another enemy unit. That's one case. Another case is if you have a group of units and they're creating this huge block, huge like crowd. Instead of going through them, maybe it'll look smarter. It'll look like the unit is smart, and it'll make it more believable if instead of trying to go like through them and taking damage and like getting stuck there or whatever, just go around them. And I think a flow field could do that pretty well. And the reason I chose a flow field over like A star or something is, again, because there can be many units. Let's say there's a crowd of enemy units and you have a crowd of your own units, and your units want to attack something that's behind the enemy unit crowd. I can make them avoid the crowd, go around them. And because there's so many of your own units, it's more efficient to have a flow field. It's more efficient to have one data object that all of the units use instead of all of them computing their path one by one. So yeah, that's why I decided on flow fields. Let me change the timer real quick. Let me make it 5 minutes instead of 3. Okay, can you see this? No. And it's not even 3 minutes, it's 2 minutes. I'm gonna change that to 4 minutes, then I made it 40 minutes. Okay, 4 minutes. Four minutes is fine. Apparently I've been talking for 2 minutes. I'm looking at this guy's implementation, how he did it. And his code does not make sense at all. Okay, it's C++. It actually makes no sense at all to me right now. Something's wrong with this code. What is this? LT, okay, yeah, his website's messed up. The text isn't rendering properly. It's like, instead of like a greater than symbol, it has LT or GT. That's what I was not understanding. That would make sense. Oh yeah, another optimization, instead of holding vector 2s for direction, I can make an enum, hold that, and then compute it later on, like make a switch statement or something. So I would store, and by optimization I mean storage, I mean memory. Because I calculated in a 14 by 20 field, if every single tile is occupied and every single unit is targeting another unit, the worst case scenario, you would need 200 gigabytes of RAM. That's why I need to optimize it. But that's something for later on. This is what I'm looking at. I don't know why I'm not showing you. It's a weird website. It's an old website. It has like black bars and stuff. I didn't realize. Okay. It's a list of the steps that the algorithm takes to calculate the field. The algorithm starts by resetting the value of all cells to a large value. He uses the max value. The goal node then gets its total path cost set to 0 and gets added to the open list. Total path cost. From this point, the goal node is treated like a normal node. The current node is made equal to the node at the beginning of the open list and gets removed from the list. Target ID. Current ID equals open list front, front pop, pop front. Okay. All of the current node's neighbors get their total cost set to the current node's cost plus. All of the current node's neighbors get their total cost set to the current node's cost plus their cost read from the cost field. Then they get added to the back of the open list. This happens if and only if the new calculated cost is lower than the old cost. Lower than the old cost. Okay. The neighbor has a cost of 255, then it gets ignored completely. Okay, 255 meaning it's impassable. Is that the word? I don't know. This algorithm continues until the open list is empty. In addition to being used for calculating the flow field, the integration field can also be used for reachability analysis. Since the algorithm will be blocked by impassable terrain, if a unit is on a cell of the integration field that has a value of 65535, then it can know that it will not be able to reach the goal unless the cost field changes. Okay, that's smart. Understand. Just making sure I don't have any comments. I missed comments on YouTube thinking my OBS, because I have I have my Twitch chat and my YouTube chat showing on my OBS, but it's apparently somebody wrote a comment on YouTube in the chat and my OBS is empty still, so sorry for missing your message. Oh my god. I missed 1, 2, 3, 4. I missed 5 people's. Okay, I'm keeping my YouTube browser on the side from now on. Somebody got angry at me. He said, where is it? He said, see ya, never chatting streamer. Sorry, I can't see you. Anyways. I'm getting more people on my YouTube than on my... That's bad. I'm sad that I missed you guys. I'm sorry. Anyways. Pop out chat. There we go. Can I make this always on top or something? Probably not. It's on my browser. Okay. Target ID. Unsigned end target ID equals target Y times array width. What is going on? I can type in this. Can I? What? Okay, I didn't know that. Anyways, target ID equals target Y times width dot target. Okay, so he's using an array like I'm using instead of a 2D array or something. He's using a 1D array. He's converting his target Y and target X. So he's converting a X and a Y coordinate to an index. How did I implement it? Coordinate to index. I haven't even implemented that yet. I have index to coordinate. Yeah, I don't have it yet. Reset fields. Set the cost in all cells to 65535. The cost to 35. Cost layer size. Uint byte for each what byte bn costs being costs. So actually we can probably just use a for int here, it'll be better. Int I equals 0 and then I lesser than. I gotta keep my YouTube chat in front of me so I can not miss your comments again. I less than layer size dot length layer size, no, costs dot length, and then increment. Here we can do costs I equals bytes dot max value dot max. Okay, so that initializes and makes everything the max value. I'm gonna put this to the side. Make it larger so if something happens I can see. Close this. Oh my god, now my code is blocked by my camera. Like 23 minutes. Public flow layer, uint integration layer. We're not doing the flow layer, we're doing the integration layer down here. Okay. All right, we got a new goal. This is not the function, where is it? We got a goal index. So we already have the index. Reset field, we don't need to reset the field. It makes a list. He's like popping and queuing and stuff. Push back. So he's using a queue, not a list. Queue of type the cost. Or no, it's an index. So it's a uint. Q uint open list. Queue, node queue, tile queue. tile queue. And then we can do tile queue dot. We don't have pop. What? Tile queue dot. We have queue and dequeue. At the beginning of the queue, returns. Wait, what does enqueue then? What is enqueue? That's an object to the end of the queue. Okay, I add something. I add something. I add another thing. It gets pushed back. No. I add an object, then I add another one, and the first object is at the start. Okay, first in, first out. And then dequeue objects at the beginning of the queue. Okay. And the stack is first and last out. Is that how it is? Do I need a queue? All the current nodes neighbors get their total cost set to current nodes cost. Ignored. It's empty. Where's it popping? The current node is made equal to the node at the beginning of the open list and gets removed from the list. At the beginning, okay, so I need a queue. I do need a queue. And queue goal index. What is it complaining about? Use of unassigned. Are you crazy? Oh, unassigned. I'm sorry. Okay, new queue. Bruh. New queue. Uint. Enqueue goal index. Now let's. Set goal node cost to 0 and then add it to the open list. Wait, what? I'm sad that I missed you guys' I'm sad that I missed chat, but I'm also happy that people actually chatted. But yeah, from now on I have my chat open. I won't miss anyone. So there's 2 costs. Apart from the queue, I need another layer. Do I? Okay, there's this one. There's a field. Okay, I already have it now. I don't need another variable. I'm going to use a cost layer. I'm going to use the cost layer. We have a cost layer right here, which gets created on ready. That means I can do cost layer dot set cost at index. Index is but the cost is 0, and then the index target ID. Golan. Okay. And then in our queue, tile queue, push back. Okay, he adds it afterward. Let's just move this here so that my code and his looks similar, so it's less confusing. He creates a queue. Do I need to reset my cost field every single time? Wait, I'm so confused. Okay, so I do need two cost layers. What's wrong with my YouTube? This one is going to hold. It's going to be like a bit mask. It's going to hold where you can't go, which tiles are not accessible. And then another variable, it can be local, should hold the actual cost. And that, I gotta change my terminology here. Mass. Occupancy mask. Occupancy layer. I think, okay, occupancy layer makes sense to me. And then here we can create a cost layer. This can be called cost layer equals new cost layer. And then we pass in the layer size. Where do I set my dimension? I feel like I already calculated this. What's going on here? Oh, hold on. Cost layer. Occupancy layer. I feel like that's going to cause me problems in the future. Like having an occupancy layer because there's going to be only one occupancy layer. And if a unit is taking up space on that occupancy layer, that unit is still dependent on that occupancy layer. So it's going to be standing on a tile that is occupied and it's not going to find a way out. So I'm going to have to do something about that. But for now, I'm going to just assume that it's going to work. Cost layer equals new cost layer. And I can just do dimensions x times dimension y. Oh. Alright. Oh, there's a problem here. I just use a list. That works. Why did I use an array instead of a list? What's the difference? Okay, I remember. An array is just like an older implementation of a list, at least in C#. Or it was something like that. I don't know where I added that code. Am I crazy? Did I delete it? Was it in the old code? Is it here? Okay, it's right here. All right, we made a new cost layer called cost layer. Occupancy layer dot set cost index. Now instead of occupancy, we're going to do cost layer dot set cost index. It's going to be set to 0. Cost layer dot set cost at index. Pushback, so NQ. We did all those. Okay, now we go through the while loop. While tile q dot empty dot contains count. I find it stupid that some of the collections don't have an isEmpty function. Instead, they have a count function, which it's not too big of a deal, but like it's not consistent. Okay, while count is greater than 0. Current ID. Okay, uint current index equals tile q dot front pop front, so dq. This should retrieve the uint and then dq it. Current x, current y. Unsigned short current x, current ID. This looks like he's converting, he's doing this. Index to coordinate. Okay, yeah, he's converting the index to the coordinates. Index, neighbor indices. I don't need that because I already have this. Which looks stupid. Wait, where am I using index to coordinate then? I'm not using it at all. I'm sure I'll use it later on. Get neighbors, neighbors size. Okay, he just gets neighbors here. Which I can just do. What does he do with neighbors? Get value by index. Check if the neighbor cell is already in the list. Check if it's not. Let's try it for each. If it doesn't work, I can change it anyways. Because I don't know if I'm gonna need to modify my neighbors if I'm going to add them or remove them from the array I get from index to neighbor indices from the function. Wait, int neighbor index in index to neighbor indices, and then our index is get neighbors of current ID. So current index. And what is it complaining about? Uint to int. Change this to uint. Change this to uint. 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 Please. invalid arguments long to uint. Do I really need to cast all of them? Can it be oh wait, this one can be negative. That's why I had it as int. Right, it can be negative. So revert this. Index to coordinate. This one, it should be uint. Coordinate. I convert long to uint. I convert uint to int. What? In there. And there we go. That's okay. Can I convert uint to int? So we can just do int here. Oh wait, this is indexes. Hold on, I'm confused. Index can't be in, or index should be a uint. Here though, I need to cast. Or I can maybe just do this. No, that doesn't work. Oh my god. Can I just like select this and then change all of the indexes here? I can. Hold on, what was that? VS Code multi-line edit. For example, press Control to place additional cursor carrots. Being able on Windows, you hold Control Alt while pressing up or down. Okay, that's cool. Okay, nice. If you have multiple lines that you have to edit, that you have to type the same thing, you can hold Control and Alt, then up and down arrow keys. And then you have multiple cursors, and then you can type. Okay, let's get back. Okay, inside the for each, if the end node cost lesser than, I'm pretty sure that's lesser than, greater than, yeah, lesser than, something lesser than, I don't know what end node cost is. He's like, he hasn't defined it anywhere. I don't know, something lesser than get value by index, which is my cost layer, probably. Cost layer dot get dot Cost layer is a cost layer. Cost layer. Okay, I don't have anything to retrieve it. I can do public byte costs, then get and private set. Now I should be able to get it. Cost layer dot costs. And cost is just an array. I'm getting my what am I getting? Neighbors dot. I'm getting neighbor index. Okay. Neighbor index. And what was it saying? Because I just don't understand what end node cost is, but it explains it up here. So what's our total cost? Wait, what? Value by index, Java contain, pushback, set value. End node cost. Am I blind? I don't see it. What is it saying here? What is this? Secret lore. Oh, there's code. This is not comment. Where's my cursor? What is what is going on? Refresh the page. Hello? Okay, there we go. Based on the cost of current network. Okay. I don't. Let's paste it down here. This. This. And sign in. Okay, there we go. There it is. That's why it wasn't making sense. This is where the actual thing happens. Okay, he calculates the end node cost and then he checks if he should add it or not to the list. Bro. But right. There we go. I can get back here. Okay, inside my for each, I can do a uint end node cost. Get value by index. So this equals cost layer dot costs current ID, current index plus plus the occupancy layer now. So occupancy layer dot costs and then the neighbor's cost. What is this here? cost by index. Bro, what is this code? Calculate the new cost of the neighbor node based on the cost of the current node and the weight of the next node. What is the next node? Evaluate index. Okay, the cost of the current node. A cost field. Oh wait, I see. It's a pointer. It's C++. It's a pointer. Like, what is a greater than doing here? It all makes sense now. UN end cost, no cost layer plus occupancy layer costs. Cost field, get cost by index. The neighbor index. Neighbor index, there. And what is it complaining about? Int to uint. I don't care, just make it a int. Make it an int. Or actually, let's keep it at a uint. Uint here, and I like to put my stuff inside parentheses. I like how it looks. And then in the if statement, what do we do? End node cost. End node cost. If it's lesser than the cost layer of the neighbor index. And then if our tile queue contains neighbor index. What is it complaining about now? Uint to int again. Index int. Uint. Wait, neighbor index is an int. That's why it's complaining. This one returns an int. No, it should return. It should return a uint, not an int. Or a uint array. Yeah. Because sure, it can be here the calculations possibly could be negative, but at the end we have to export a uint array because they're indexes, they can't be below 0. Your uint, it's gonna break everything. Okay, the calculations are going to be int. But then we need to convert all the ints to uint. How about I do that later? And instead here, I can just cast for now. Neighbor index uint. Because I know it's not going to be negative. I made all the calculations. They should be fine. Still, the code doesn't make sense. Could have been better. So I'll change it later. But for now, it should work. Prakar Shukla. How's it going? What am I doing? Okay, contain. If it doesn't contain, then we add the neighbor index. So tile q dot nq, and then neighbor index. Ooh, what happened? Neighbor index. Okay, and this has to be a uint. Oh my god. Okay, and after that, we get cost layer dot costs. Neighbor index equals end node cost. Okay, I forgot there. It's a byte. Whatever. I'll fix it. I'll read the entire thing later. But now I don't think it should be too big of a problem. Deleting this. Deleting this. Okay, now we should have an integration layer. I can close this. I can close this. Close that. Okay, now I can make a flow layer. Passing the integration layer. And then do stuff here. I'm gonna do it later on. Integration layer. It looks good. I'll test it later on. Then I'll make the flow layer. After that, I'll test it out and see if it works. Probably tomorrow. I'll probably work on it more after I stop streaming. But for now, I'm done with this. I'm gonna push this to my GitHub. Commit sync. Okay. Close. Godot, close. Obsidian, close. Now it's time for Valorant. I don't know if it's my internet or what. But my stream looks a little low quality. I'm gonna try to fix that too. Sorry for the flickering. Get up. Okay. Is it working? Yeah, I'm on Twitch too, Prakar. I'm on Twitch, YouTube. I want to start posting on Twitter or X, but I'm not right now. But if you go into my channel, you can find all the links to my socials. And I'm streaming, I'm trying to stream all weekdays at 1 p.m. I'm going to stream until 4 p.m. But yeah, if you like, I'm trying to do like a commentary as I'm coding, to so that I understand it and learn it, and the viewer can like understand it too. And I'm trying to explain it in um more like a general way, so that a broader audience can understand like coding, programming, and how everything works. I'm trying to do it right now. I don't know if how I'm doing is great, but I'll improve on it as I go. But yeah, if you like how I did the coding and stuff, just let me know. And yeah, as I said, I'll every weekday at 1 p.m. Okay, Valorant doesn't want to show up on my stream. And then like on my streams, I don't want it to just be coding. I want to play some games too, not just to play games, but maybe even like look at their design and stuff too. Right now, I'm just gonna play Valorant competitive, so it's not working. Switcher, disable. Yeah, it doesn't like Valorant for some reason. Specific window, Valorant. Okay. All right, there we go. Yeah, I'm playing on an ultra wide, so it looks weird. Maybe. Can I center it? Okay, I think that's good enough. I'll figure it out later. I just want to play right now. I mean, I have like an hour left of streaming in me anyways, so I'm gonna just do a deathmatch, then I'm gonna try to do competitive. Yeah, it just doesn't like Valorant. All right, see you, Prakar. Sleep well. Maybe it'll show up on stream. My mouse like jumps around when I'm playing Valorant. Doesn't happen in other games, just on Valorant. On 12. I have a bad habit of crouching. Oh, so close. This guy's waiting for me. No? Bro. No. I gotta stop going there. Do, 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 do. What? There was somebody there. Bro, why would this game spawn the same guy right next to me? Yeah, when I don't crouch, I just die. How did he die? What? Mm. Okay, one more death match. I got to warm up and then play a competitive. Somebody right there. Bro, what is this guy doing? No. I feel like deathmatch spawn points are like specifically made to make you lose your mind. You like get a kill and then they spawn the same guy like behind you. I'm messing up. No! I was looking away. No! Do 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 do. I used up all my luck. Do 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 do. Bruh. If I died to that guy, I would have cried. I don't know what it is with the Reyna. I keep one-tapping her. I'm gonna die. Oh no. That's the guy's name. I was like, which gun is Tempest? I hit him 3 times. Damn. No. Bro. Yeah, it's this Reyna's like like a bullet magnet or something. I don't know why I went through this place. Bro. Oh, okay. I wasn't the last kill. I want to clip out that ace. Bruh. You guys don't have audio. Okay, you should have audio now. I feel like it's not even worth it anymore without the audio. I'll find it later.
Match found.
I've been playing pretty good with KO. I want to play Raze, but I'm not there yet. We got the smoke guy, the camera guy, sniper guy. Is my microphone? Oh no, I gotta press V. Okay. Got a duelist. Whatever this is.
Let's do this.
Chamber's a sentinel. If anyone's commenting on YouTube, I don't see you. Actually, I do see you now. I'm gonna pull up my Twitch just in case as well.
Turret out.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
I don't know why you would put a turret on mid, but isn't it like ineffective on long range? What is this range? It's new.
Good deal.
One suppressed.
Reloading. Last player standing.
On fire.
That was bad. I shouldn't have jumped down.
I'll shut them down. Until then, survive.
Placing sentry.
Can I stand on this?
Together. Kill my bot.
Bomb grenade out.
Okay, we have a turret. I don't need to stay there.
Here.
Shutting them down.
Last player standing.
Bro, they're all in the open.
Spike planted.
I did not think all three of them would be like on site, like up in the open,
We got this.
out in the open.
Need a drop.
feel like somebody else should be in the middle.
Placing sentry.
Are there any lineups? Lineup?
There.
No.
Turret out.
Bro, there's 3 people in A.
Multiple enemies A. Turret destroyed. Enemy spotted A. Enemy spotted A.
Suppressing. 3 suppressed. Come get some.
Spike down A.
Enemy spotted A.
There.
Spike on my ping.
There.
Spotted A.
3 kills.
Last player
Oh,
standing.
tower.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
What is he doing? Bro. That was better.
My city needs me. I can't be away for long. Let's end this quickly.
Staying on A site.
Brace for impact.
Turret out.
The hunt begins.
Right here. Enemy spotted B.
Just wait for him.
Enemy spotted B. Enemies B.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out. Last player standing. Good. Spike down B.
I gotta use the util.
They're
I
just
bought flash and
liars,
never used it.
and I need a recharge.
Here. Here. Sentry.
Charlie Mike, let's move. Suppressing.
Bro.
Enemy spotted mid. Enemy spotted mid. Goodbye. Turret down. One down. My ultimate is ready.
Spike down B.
Spike spotted B. Placing swarm grenade.
One enemy remaining.
I would let you live.
It's
That does not
downtown.
compute.
Reloading. Oh, this is
Yes,
a much
I got
better
it.
trajectory.
Need a drop.
Oh man.
Thank you.
Placing sentry.
Unit deployed.
Enemy spotted B.
Smoke's down.
Enemy spotted.
I'm gonna flash Brimstone.
On top of y'all, on top of y'all.
There. Kill confirmed. Grenade.
Enemy
There's one more. Nice.
Catch your breath. Not that I need to, of course.
Okay. Quick rotate and don't rush.
You want my belt, by the way? I'm old. I'm at up.
Deployed. Two suppressed.
Launching smoke. Launching smoke.
Tower.
Enemy spotted A.
Sit still.
There's one mid.
Smoke speed, smoke speed. Plant.
Spike planted.
On my body.
Last player standing.
Wind, show me where to go. Need a drop.
Thanks.
Gun here.
Need a drop.
Someone buy me. Win, can I get a buy for chance?
You know what to do.
Game's down.
The hunt begins.
Shutting them down.
Enemy spotted A.
What's happening? Bro.
Last player standing.
Deep breaths, everyone. Your hearts are pounding.
Turret out. Watch and learn.
Shutting them down.
You should run.
Reloading.
Spike planted.
Backside, backside, backside.
So we talk.
Here.
Flashbang.
Bro.
Last player standing.
Kill the queen. KO.
Don't stress if I die. It was great knowing you all.
Also delete my hard drive. Placing sentry.
I like this guy's banner.
I'll shut down Killjoy's tech. Suppressing.
Placing sentry.
All right.
Enemy spotted A.
The hunt begins.
Tango down. Cooling down.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Flash. Need backup.
Blah blah blah. Blah. Nice. Can't ping. There's a vandal here. If anyone needs a vandal.
Snack time! Sorry. Only brought enough for me.
Turret out.
After this game, I'm gonna make some food. And then go to the pool.
Safety's off.
No pool stream.
Knife deployed.
Get out of my way!
It's gotta be here,
One
yeah.
suppressed.
I'm not picking up.
Taken down.
Enemy spotted here. Turret down. Enemy spotted B.
One on me, Brimstone. 120 on Killjoy, B site.
Reloading.
One enemy remaining.
Killjoy was B. I hit 120 on Killjoy.
Volley.
Nice.
Left me no choice, kid.
Last round before the switch.
Last round to use our creds and abilities. Don't waste your firepower.
Turret out.
You know what to do.
Suppressing.
Nowhere to run.
Enemy spotted A.
Open up the sky.
What's this? Enemy spotted A.
Flash.
Spike planted.
Flashing. I keep flashing myself.
Last player standing.
I can't believe. I hit him twice. And 57. I hit him like maybe
Switching
once.
sides.
Like directly, and then the other one
Learn
was
something.
through the wall.
Sentry.
I feel like it's
Caution here.
it's either this map isn't a KO map or I just don't know. Like I don't see anything that I can do. Because like in other maps, like oh, I can flash around this corner and stuff, but there's like so many angles in this map. I don't know what to do.
There.
What's that?
They're not better than me.
Knife deployed.
Bruh.
Reloading. Smoke's down.
Terminate.
Obstacle removed.
Spike planted.
One enemy remaining.
There.
composed. Their hearts tell a different story.
Placing sentry.
Grabbing gear.
I'm going B. Oh wait, we're attack. I was like, I'm gonna hold B.
Embarrass them.
Need a drop. Need a drop.
I think A would have been better actually, but
Turn out.
Enemy spotted me.
Fully smoked.
yep, yep. In the smoke. She's out of the smoke. Out of the smoke. Behind you. Behind you. Behind you.
Now.
Enemy kill. Reload. Alarm bot out.
Planet.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
Stay in sight.
Enemy spotted B. Found. Killed my bot.
One enemy
Grounded.
remaining.
Okay, time for a protein shake.
Nice.
Thank you, bro.
They don't have a single life worth saving.
Yo, does anybody have a sheriff skin? Where's the
No,
sheriff
still
skin?
be, still be.
Does anybody have a sheriff skin? Yo, do you have a sheriff skin guy, KO?
No. I don't have any skins.
Placing
Go B, like me? You want me to go B? You want me to go B?
Weapons hot.
Got the
Spike
spike.
dropped.
Wait, I'm going A or B, guys.
Well, anyway, that's fine.
Cutting their
Smoke's
way.
down.
The hunt begins.
Reloading. Launching smoke.
Reloading.
Spike down mid.
I don't know how she gets up there so quickly.
Last player standing.
That's it.
I'm amped. Let's go. I got things to do.
Need a drop. Thank you.
Need a drop.
Alright, bro, let's get your ult, and then split. You can just split
Get
both.
close. Brimstone, brimstone.
Watch and learn.
I just lost my gun.
We're blind.
Charge out.
Stim beacon here.
Get your ult. Get your ult.
Yo, get your all brimstone.
Rip, rip.
Blocking sight.
Enemy spotted B.
Unit deployed.
Where am I?
Two suppressed.
Authentic. My own.
Planet. My ult's ready.
Fragment. Gun here.
120 jet.
Snowman,
Good
snowman,
balls.
snowman. I don't know what snowman is. I think it's
One enemy remaining. Team
Nice.
Ace.
Yes, good job, guys.
You didn't need it.
They should stop playing checkers.
I should have just killed him when I first saw him.
Hey,
Can you not smoke here? So I can
I didn't wanna-
bash you next
right here.
Didn't want to challenge him with my stinger though.
Need a drop.
Thank you, thank you.
Need a drop. Thank you.
No prisoners.
Placing sentry.
Launching smoke.
Two suppressed.
One enemy remaining.
Predicted this. All right, I did. Where are we going this time? Remember what worked.
At least I have money now.
Placing sentry. Here. Here.
Right here.
Here.
Right here. Right here.
Watch this.
Suppressing. One suppressed.
Enemy spotted A.
Smoke's down. Deacon down.
No.
Grenade out.
Planet. Launching smoke.
One enemy remaining.
Between the eyes.
Knife deployed.
Bagged and tagged.
It's a phantom.
Reloading.
Who am I kidding? My knees are gonna kill after this.
Turret out.
I have 14 assists.
Press forward.
Get out of my way.
Enemy spotted B.
My ult's ready. Shutting them down. Two suppressed.
Remaining.
Prepare for hellfire.
I can't shoot.
Shit, yeah, shoot.
I hit him 40.
Don't swing, don't swing. Oh, we got lineups. Okay, we're good. You got lineups.
Last player standing.
Volley.
Wait.
There's a lineup. What? What? Anyways, he's got his ultimate.
Open up the sky.
Right. Good job, Sigma.
Look your enemy in the eye. It helps with accuracy.
Placing sentry.
Knife deployed. Two suppressed.
Powers out.
Launching smoke. Stim beacon here.
Bro.
Killed the queen.
Reloading.
Watch the way.
Planet. Smoke's down.
One enemy remaining.
Suppressing.
Enemy
One
spotted
suppressed.
A. Just a scratch.
We get a pick, we move in. Got it?
I got a kill.
Don't worry, I'll keep them quiet.
Yes.
Still in sight.
Be the same.
Bro. Why is it always me?
See ya.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Match point.
To the end.
I'm going off.
Typical and pointless.
Turret out.
Together. Dim beacon down.
Shutting them down. Two suppressed. Plant the spike. Bad guy down.
Rotate.
Launching smoke.
Enemy spotted B. Blocking sight.
120 on Brim and KJ.
You're nothing.
Suppressing.
Spike planted.
Brim's one.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
If I power down, restart me. You leave me for scrap, I'll kill you.
Right here.
Turret out.
Down.
Suppressing.
Still in sight.
Alarm bot out. Watch this.
Spike retrieved.
Prepare for hellfire.
One enemy remaining.
On site.
Flank.
Nice, GG.
Attackers win.
Okay, everyone, take a test tube. you. Thank you. Let's collect samples and get
Please
out of here.
stream.